Matt Morris, welcome to the Unemployed Millionaire Show, coming to you day 3, about halfway to the top of Kilimanjaro, maybe almost there. Taking a quick break. As you can see the clouds behind me, we are way above the clouds, about 15,000 feet. Just stopped at this rock formation. Pretty incredible. I tried climbing up to the top to record this, but unfortunately it was so windy you wouldn't have been able to hear me. So legs are burning today. Been probably the toughest day on the body just because the air is so thin, and legs were sore after yesterday a little bit, and so today they're definitely burning. So enjoying it. And so I'm coming to you with part 2 of the 4 enemies of network marketing. And if you didn't watch part 1, go back and watch part 1. It may be the most important of the 4 truths, or the 4 enemies. I call them enemies because if you don't embrace these 4 truths, they will take you out of the game. They can become your greatest enemy. And today, the enemy that I want to talk about is the enemy of attrition. And attrition is something that you have to embrace, and it's one of the most difficult, especially when you first get started. If you're new to network marketing, maybe you've enrolled a few people and then they quit on you, you're like, why? What is it? Why did you quit? And you get so upset because sometimes you almost care more for other people, or you see more in other people than what they even see in themselves, and you just have to realize it's just part of the game. And what I've come to realize is I'm actually grateful for attrition. I'm grateful for attrition, just like I'm grateful that not everyone says yes to network marketing, because the reality is the world wouldn't work if everyone did network marketing. We wouldn't have anyone to fix the roads. We wouldn't have anyone to, start restaurants and service and fix our cars and build cars. The world just wouldn't work. So we need people to quit. It's just part of the game. And, not everyone is meant to live life at the highest level. I know you want them to live life at the highest level, but unfortunately not everyone's meant to, live their dreams. And so, hopefully this inspires you a little bit on my track of Kilimanjaro. One of about, over 80 things that I've checked off my bucket list. It's been amazing. And I got to tell you, attrition is your greatest enemy if you quit yourself. And I'll be honest, I've been involved in network marketing about 19 years, and there's been a lot of times when I've wanted to quit. So many times. And because I just had a lot of growing to do. I had a lot of personal development that I had to go through before I could achieve the success that I really wanted. And one of the things you may have heard me say is, to build a really tall building, you've got to dig a really deep foundation. And so I had to spend a lot of years in the foundation building phase, and it was rough. I was pissed off. I was frustrated. But it's just part of the game. And so, with attrition, it's really rough. You start a group, you may have a group of 20 or 30 people, and you might have weeks where more people quit than join. And it gets really frustrating, but just realize that's part of the game, and it's always going to be part of the game. In the last couple months of my team, I've enrolled a couple hundred people in my organization. It's turned into over 300,000 in 28 countries around the world. And the last couple months, we've averaged over 6,000 people. 6,000 people a week join my organization. But guess what? We also have 1,000, maybe 2,000 or more that will quit every single week. And so it's just going to be part of the game. And I know it's frustrating, but that is just the deal. And here's what inspires me. And it's a story about Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel, the 2 co-founders of Amway. And I don't know if these numbers are exactly true, but this is what I heard years and years ago. I was in Amway for a couple years. And Rich and Jay sponsored 500 people, over 500. And guess how many quit? Of the 500, 495 quit. So all of Amway, all $10+ billion a year, came from 5 people. 5. So you don't need the whole world. You don't need everyone to stay in. People are just going to leave. You don't need everyone. You just need the ones who stay. You need the ones who are just not going to go, and you can build an empire. And if I look at the 300,000 in my organization that have joined over the last few years, it has not come from a whole lot of people. It's been a handful of leaders that have produced that 300,000. And so I had to sort through a lot of chickens to find the eagles, but thank goodness I was willing to sort enough. And so here's the philosophy that I want you to adopt. The people who leave, they just couldn't stay. That's all you need to know. The people who leave, they just couldn't stay. And the people who stay, they just couldn't leave. So hopefully you're one that just can't leave. Mark that in your mind, cement it into your brain, and do not quit. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely subscribe. If you're not a member of my newsletter, hop over to mattmorris.com, put your name and email address in, and I definitely would love to hear a comment below. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Definitely want to hear from you. As always, make life an adventure.